brought to the table in front of a crowd. And again, you know, you're back in home environment here. This is comfort territory for Mongols, and you expect them to come through with that elevation and level of play.
Yeah, they're here for the number 3 ranked team on the VRS, taking on 3D Max, who already vanquished number 7. Tai Lu is down and out of the tournament courtesy of 3D Max. They've taken down some Asian Counter-Strike teams, and here's another one for them. But I think this one just a bit more well-rounded, and I think more championship caliber would be a huge test for 3D Max.
Yeah, a good example of them being able to continue their performance here, but have to do it on Nuke. Some challenges in the veto here for them. They're switching things up a little bit in terms of this map pick coming through. It will be interesting to see how they fare up against the Mongols, looking to press on this pressure point.
It would be
fights for outer yard here. Maka had the P250, and he doesn't go chasing any kills.
Yeah, about that veto, 3D Max kind of had the decision. They could have even picked in Overpass if they wanted to and try and test the Mongols on that, but instead they go for a bit of a safer pick in Nuke. And we'll see how safe that is. It's one of Mongol's strong maps, and Mizinho starts off the tournament with an instant headshot. So does 910, and here's the mowdown on ramp. Just tippy taps, headshots for everyone, but Gravity now in the 1v4, he also took down his teammate, and he falls outside. It's not looking good. He's also armorless, but that's a second kill. He will pick up the bomb. He does have some time.
As rotation getting cut off, though, Blitz does get the early alarm bells, and now they're reaggressing. Senzo crunching in from all angles, and it'll close out pretty comfortably for the Mongols. Nice hold there initially. Instant opening picks with those USPs. That kind of sets the tone for how that ramp hit was going to take.
Yeah, I love it from Mizinho. First bullet of the game is a kill. And look at that, just perfect adjustment. And that's all you're going to see here from the Mongols. Everyone can shoot. Everyone's got high headshot percentage. Mizinho actually one of the highest headshot percentage players in all of Counter-Strike as well. And you're gonna see that a lot. He just, if you hand him a 1v1 fight, that's what he really thrives in.
That's exactly what was given right there in that ramp room before they could chase it down. No chance to overwhelm here. Now just on the Glocks for 3D Max. Not much to bring to the table here. And again, we're seeing how this team can kind of fare up after what was a little bit, you know, of a kind of a surprise here, getting diffed by NIP and then that new Kaspersky introduction that you know, NIP bring to the table. You saw him get a lot of opening duels successful in this map for him.
I mean, Snappy was talking about how he found his nerds in the form of Kaspersky and kind of revitalized his team. 3D Max had to be on the other side of that superstar performance, as Sensi just luring them in with the reloads. But 3D Max have historically struggled against high firepower teams, and this is one they're facing off against right now. But in the meantime, they've kind of broken that mantra just a little bit. You know, that win over Tai Lu is big time, and Jam Young was completely missing in that series. Whether that was from 3D Max or just himself is up for debate, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, right? They have to deal with that firepower that Jam Young just showed us at Fissure, and they managed to systematically kind of shut him down piece by piece. It felt like round by round they were, you know, making sure that he couldn't get his impact, his kind of electric opening picks that he can bring here, and then following it up with multi-kills. We know that's what he had in his bag at Fissure, and we saw so much of that, but 3D Max just didn't allow that to happen. Limited his success there quite a bit. It was forced onto the shoulders of, you know, other players on Tai Lu. And
shoutouts Mosea, but that wasn't enough. But now, Mongols, they don't have those inconsistencies in their play. I feel like no matter the opponent, you get the same Mongols. Rarely do they get upset. Obviously, that's how you tower to number 3 in the world. You can only lose to the best teams.
Well, cache of utility here, but they got to be ready. This execute's coming.
Here we go. Techno gets destroyed by Lucky. And already out in the A site, swing from heaven from Senzu. He gets 2. And 910 already developing here in towards Senzu got a 3rd? Are you kidding? From the heaven, he's looking for 4. And 910, though, is being watched. Doesn't matter. He goes for it. He can't get the headshot, though. 910 tries. Nearly the 2v4.
A perfect timing on that execute. That's just catching Mongols by surprise right there with that level of play. HE through the smoke. There's not a lot of utility or even smokes to go on this play here. They late throw utility towards Mini, but that still allows for 3D Max to catch them by surprise, especially while they're in a period of transition, tossing around utility on the site.
They barely scrape by that one, though, because Senzu somehow, like, Heaven's supposed to be one of the most impossible positions to multi-kill from. It's very difficult. It's very T-side favored. You can just get your head popped like that. But Senzu got 3, swinging wide in Heaven, and a 9-10 clutch could have devastated them early. Instead, 3D Max looking decent, but hit in the face with a grenade. Still only takes 5 damage, and Mizzino's still marauding through Secret here.
Yeah, double up on the aggro here, not alone either. So a lot of resources sent towards this outer yard to try and fight forward, and catching Body by surprise, but having to double back down. Going to catch some flack here to the utility and can't continue that conversation for re-aggression. At least for now. Can wait it out, though. He wants to poke his head out again. It's a setup. It's a trap that they're trying to lay up.
Yeah, but Mizzino not getting any fights. The information is still just okay. And so we'll spread out into the default. 50 seconds remaining. There's just a single smoke here for Maka to make the play happen. Where can 3D Max even go?
Oh, no out of yard control here. Late smoke may be designed to try and force some rotates here, try and weaken up this A bomb site, but they're ready to execute on it again. Testing the waters once more here, this time a more dedicated setup. Yeah,
you've got Techno up above, and if there's no flashbangs, Techno should be expected to bring home a highlight. We'll see here as Techno with the first, Senzu with the second, and it's a perfect hold so far. Techno now has teammates, now has the triple kill as he completely locks it in for the Mongols.
Now looking for his 4K right there. Body not going to give him it. Not turning that corner, calling a save. And 3D Max shut out with the coordination. That combo effort rolling on out from Senzu and Techno completely destroys that execute. And Techno offering up those big multi-kills. There's the follow-up pressure that you have to deal with here. But it's not just a one-man show. Mongols have the individuals ready to go on this site. And Techno offering up that big multi.
Yeah, and staying mobile in that setup too. You know, he gets that first kill and immediately drops top hut to help his teammate go up the vent. There's so many little interchanging pieces of chaos that are working there for the Mongols, and making sure that they're all coordinated on that play. Senzu's kill is nice, but it's Techno dropping top hut to make sure that squeaky play doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, just a little bit calmer out the squeaky door as well when Senzu finds out that one kill that amplifies the hold takes down a potential trade that could have targeted Techno, and that's just the coordination and the push and pull between that setup.
It's a nice chaos too, because you know 3D Max are screaming, he's Mustang, he's Raptors, he's Raptors, he's Raptors, and then suddenly he's top hut swinging you squeaky. That's the last thing they expect, right? The other players in squeaky are going to be so focused on, say, a mini fight, or there's a player coming up the vents, and that's the kind of Counter-Strike Mongols love to play.
Drawing out that attention here. See one saved AK and a little bit of utility to back this round up. Not completely empty-handed, but a tough round ahead of 3D Max and a chance for Mongols to continue their start on their opponent's map pick. Body looking for some duels towards that outer yard, but nothing presents here. Mizzino, he's going to be tested.
See how good the flashes are here from 3D Max. Maka lobbing them in. Mizzino blind and will need to drop and escape. And he gets away.
I think a worthy sacrifice of that space in the danger zone right there's Mizzino, but able to at least continue a fight here. Now it's on Blitz's shoulders to hold off.
And the Glocks do get the better of him. There's 9-10 next, but he has no head armor. He gets taken down. 3 versus 4, flying up the heaven ladder. And now Mizzino needs to activate. He does equalize quickly. And players do get up the vents. You also have Techno outside, wrapping the flankers here. Bomb here from Maka. Does get up the ladder.
Just missed his chance right there to really disrupt that round. And now the bomb going to be planted. Body sticking around in heaven as well. This should be anticipated. You know this is where all the players were.
Top of the ledge, though, is perfect for Techno. He gets heaven for his team. Picks up the AK, but are you ready for the next? As Maka gets another big kill. Mizzino swings. That's a kill in Exorcisto. It's fast. And now it's Maka. Back at the site, and it's not planted for him. The wall bangs will be no good, and Techno will just swing him because he's the Mongols. It's 4-1.
Lovely stuff right there well handled despite the chaos that 3D Max create right there. Running it down in towards Hell. Able to capture a couple of kills. Finding themselves rifles in this round is so valuable, but you just see a little bit of aggression rolling out there. Mazinho knowing that he had to kind of spoil that round with his aggression to re-up it towards ramp. It always feels like such a risk, but nothing given.
I want all you Techno 4K rating Andes out here saying 0.9 rating. Well, currently he's 7-1 and has like gotten 2 triple kills so far. He's got sharp aim. Everyone on the Mongols has got it in him.
Right now, presenting right now, 9-10. Again, this aggression through secret has given them a lot of control towards this outer yard.
All smoked. It's these, I guess I call them the vitality wall. It's 3 that lets them lurk anywhere. It could even allow them to lurk towards Big Unbreakable. Garage. Now, Big Garage. Oh, never mind. It's just oh my goodness, Gravity's next up to go down. He'll be able to walk in towards Credit, however. This might be unexpected.
What's he get out of it, though, is the big question.
Gonna walk for. Oh my goodness! You miss 1 bullet versus the Mongols, and that happens to you. Mazinho now tucked away in the corner. Should be good for at least 1, especially with Senzu next to him, who is just going to swing off his teammate. It's Mazinho to get the first. Maka desperately looking for that AK, and Mongols won't let him have it. Right now, 3D Max are getting bullied on Nuke. It is just Maka.
Protocol's in tip-top shape here. Maka making some damage happen here. Another fight presents here, but 9-10 gonna put it to rest. And Mongols keeping their winning ways here. I mean, just that early smoke spam kill and a huge opportunity missed out on towards that outer yard with that positioning. They've spent so many resources, so many smokes trying to get a player tucked in towards Credit, and unfortunate that you lose body in that sort of fashion, maybe. But then missing out on that kill right there is going to lead to a lot of frustration. 3D Max have a game plan, they have a vision, and they're not being able to execute upon it.
Looking like something fast, like a top hit. As Gravity ready to lead with the MAC-10. And nade break here. Oh, but a CT smoke.
Gonna execute. They're running through the smoke here, potentially. This smoke to get them down. Ready with the execute utility right now on the top ropes as well. This defense is going to be a little bit tricky with Senzu just holding the util out.
Yeah, he'll be stuck up towards Heaven at the moment. Now really up to Techno, but overwhelmed by pistols. And now Senzu.
Oh, goodness.
He drops down from Heaven, and he still gets the double. Or rather, that was 3 here for Senzu, I take it.
All right, well, I thought that hold was going to be a little bit more awkward right there, but they still have a little bit of vision around how they want to retake that site. They let him execute into it, and then they rip it away from them. Moving up the vents, and Senzu flying out of the heavens right there, helped out by Blitz.
Oh my god. He's like, what is happening, man? But they still keep winning.
Whoever gets the job done there. Longo's going to take it just nicely. They're now, again, trying to work this out of yard control here. They got a player playing around the edges of that smoke, I think. Lined up in secret here. Exorcist's ready, in charge of dealing with any lobby re-aggression. And that's where the Sharks are kind of circling right now. Mongols are looking to take some initiative. And yeah, Blitz is kind of containing the secret control with his deep positioning. This is great information. And that Molly not going to make a budge.
Yeah, he still gets a hold of power position, and he wants more out of it. And first kill's easy for Blitz, then Senzu just gonna win it straight head-to-head. If 3D Max try to take these duels versus the Mongols, they're gonna get punished quickly. Gravity now.
Timing.
Working forward.
Oh, but he's not gonna miss out on this, right? He does get in towards Heaven. This is huge, and they're on the back of Silo as well, but Mazinho, is already able to keep it covered.
Dude, this is so brutal. Gravity seed in Heaven as well, and now Maka, no good. Blitz from Secret single-handedly gets 3 kills. Absolute chaos as players are on top Silo, and the Mongols are just ragdolling 3D Max at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you watch that round right there, and you're thinking, okay, there's some chances right now for 3D Max to make this work, but then you realize that while that's going down, while you're pressing in towards Heaven, they're also ripping lobby control away from you. And they're taking ground back.
By the way, I want to say Blitz has one of the weirdest crosshairs in all of professional Counter-Strike. He has like, it's hard to explain, but he's got like a giant dot, I would call it. And he also has movement inaccuracy with his crosshair. So every time you watch him, just think about how precise he's trying to be with his movement. Yeah. He's only shooting when the movement inaccuracy is perfect. That's why
you don't have a crosshair otherwise.
Yeah, you don't have a crosshair otherwise. It's very
spread out.
Yeah, extremely strange. Yeah, it's his entire crosshair spreads out until when he's perfect movement accuracy, he has a crosshair. So if Blitz is moving on a MAC-10 entry, for example, he's just no-scoping everybody theoretically.
Well, there you go. Still looking accurate as can be here, no matter with what crosshair trickery. Now it's up to 3D Max to try and slow this down here. Buddy in charge of trying to press the issue towards this out of yard, but they just haven't really been able to effectively show their presence in this space. Not up against the Mongols and the protocols here, having players down secret. Getting early spam damage, it just hasn't let them cross. Now you got an op posted up here, and they're reading into this ramp execute.
Well, 910 hit the jumping player. Will there be a jumping player? There it is. He just goes for the second.
Oh, man.
Back in, though. It has to let them through. 910 backs away.
Just a worthy sacrifice, though. You take that every day of the week. You have a man advantage. Now you have to be prepared for what's coming next. Gravity pressing in, and now Blitz is back against the wall right now.
He's in trouble. Actually overwhelmed there by 3D Max. Collapsed in upon by the team.
Reading in that setup effectively as well. Re-aggressing and same for Techno, but this is still a position that could be surprising. Lucky turned away, though, just at the wrong time.
In the meantime, Mazinho is back. And will get actually found, but that doesn't matter because Techno 4K with 2 headshots.
Oh.
And even an aid for Gravity. Lucky does come back in through spawn, but here is Senzu waiting for the hot play. He does miss, though. That comes down to 910. Both players to send into the site. And he knows. Both are on the site. Tech9 is out for 910. And he gets them both. Just a few bullets of the pistol. He sneaks up with them, and he robs them on a round. Pickpocket is 910.
Oh, man, that is so deadly right there. Turning that corner with so much confidence right there. No hesitation in that play from the very get-go. Sure, he has an op and a clutch, but that's no matter because he's got his sidearm right there to bail him out. And they were looking for the double swing right there. That's why you're kind of extending close to that wall. You're looking to combine that swing with your teammate, and that's how you shut down an opper right there. There's no way to counter that if you're 910, but he's got his sidearm out, able to completely disrupt that setup from 3D Max.
Yeah, we're looking at Blitz's crosshair here. We got it. Thank you so much for that.
There it is.
Here is Blitz's crosshair, everybody. It is absolutely insane to look at. As you can see,
oh my gosh.
Oh my god. It's disgusting, but
it is not pretty.
When he gets these kills with it, just think about that. Oh my goodness. Thank you, production, for showing us that. I mean, he's going to be active in this round. Okay, we're back to normal. Okay. Thank you so much.
We didn't need that for too long. Just a little example of what he's working with. Back to the basics now. Body moving in here. This is all being heard. And again, this is credit sneak that's coming through from Exorcist right into. Perfectly. Blitz able to capitalize Senzu. It's a whole team ready to collapse in on this out-of-yard setup.
It's disgusting right now from the Mongols. There is no ground to be gained. How dare you heaven wrap into 3 people? And now Mazinho wants the ramp fight versus Lucky. In the meantime, they're just throwing flashes into Garage. They're like re-executing. Mazinho won his fight on the Lucky, though, and that's all that matters. He just ran back outside. Mazinho gets the kill in ramp room. That's a nice shot there from Maka, but he's on 2 HP. He's down to the B site, but this is very difficult considering that the Mongols have 2 HE grenades.
Also just following in his footsteps right now. There's 1 HE spent. Another one here maybe from the op. Nope, just Tech9 out. Again, that's what closes out the round again for Mongols. 9-10 turning that corner. Maka just didn't have the health to make that one a possibility. Mongols moving up to 9 here. Only 1 hiccup on what was the 3rd round kind of bonus buy where they got caught surprised. Right now, Mongols are not surprised. They're ready with every move that 3D Max are making, and they're meeting them with just opposing force that you just can't anticipate. I mean, 3 players toward the outer yard right there when 3D Max are trying to scale. That is such a shock to the system.
I mean, that's just the Mongols, is that they, again, it's this Asian Counter-Strike where they're so coordinated in their chaos that they create. And you're seeing this again, or maybe they just make an individual play like this. Ooh. You already see Blitz trying to sneak away into secret, but now that he knows...
Caught a visual.
Yeah, so Blitz is already rotating. Just because it's got seen. So outside control here for 3D Max.
Well, I think they're going to use a lot of utility to try and flush him out, as you can see.
The smokes have already faded, and they haven't taken any map control right now for 3D Max. Just the fact that Blitz got seen was enough.
Ready with the re-up on the utility. You can see Body throwing in that smoke as well as Maka. That tosses out the utility, so there is still that threat of secret control, but it doesn't seem like they're too interested in biting in on this rotate either. A lot of eyeballs turned towards this outer yard for now. How long will that remain true here? Late utility tossed in from Techno. He is a little bit isolated on this defense, but that utility can buy time. A lot for the rotates, and this A-site attack is coming through once again. I mean, everyone is on T-roof here for 3D Max late into the round. Execute.
An A-site play. Good molly back from Techno. And now the flashbang for Techno on the hold. Does get blinded. Goes for his one, but Blitz to swing next for one. Not quite the second, though. There's an entry as well from Lucky. This is 9-10 on the site, and it's Tech9 out once more. He's a highlight machine with the pistol. He needs another 1v2. Good for one. Switches to the op.
No way!
Scope again. Another 1v2 for 9-10.
Oh my god, he can't lose. Mongols just can't lose here. Heroics coming through from 9-10 again. Over and over, put into pressure and able to rise. Unbelievable stuff, making anything possible here. No scope here. Knew Lucky was going to chase him down.
What is the decision making? Like, no human being would panic. Most operators would panic scope up there. We're looking for the quick scope or something. 9-10 swings him for the no scope as he's running forward.
Yeah, at least expecting him to keep the Tech9 out at that point, right? But no. Just all in, trusted in the opticals at this time here.
And it'll be Mazzino to fall. It's 9-10 once more. Miss flick, though. And lower control established there by Maka. And it's actually 3D Max. He might break through. Last round of the half. It's looking good. Shot there from 9-10 does connect, but this clutch.
Lose.
All right, he's got one flashbang into the event. And Maka eats it, but he does spam. And we'll stop 9-10 for making that happen. Stopping a complete blowout, it is still 10-2.
They look like they can go on forever. And it's only the first map.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs after that marathon. Seriously, how do you recover from this?
I don't know, man. Looks like a long run. We need a quick reset.
Hey, cheer up, boys. It's only a best of 5. Refuel yourself.
Oh, that was so saucy.
So creamy.
You were talking about the clutch, right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I guess.
Nine 10, a little thief there with back-to-back 1 versus 2. That Tech 9 is a dastardly thing. Never give him that gun. But he delivers a 10-2 half here for the Mongols as they have just been thrashing 3D Max here. Just 1 round towards the tail end to give a little bit of hope, but this is their map pick. And 2 rounds on T side, even that's not great.
Yeah, tough to catch Mongols off guard there multiple times and a half right there, and able to do so at least in the very get-go, but not able to really bring much behind that here. And again, this is kind of 3D Max getting a little bit tricky in the vetoes. There's obviously adjustments that both of these teams have to land on in terms of how they work around, and anticipating something more along the lines of an Inferno pick here to start off the series. They go for Nuke, which isn't a map that they pick all that often, and they're definitely getting pressed on it here at the moment. Mongols just looking way too well versed in all of their attacks. Felt like they were able to constantly get players where they needed to be, the constant rotations, the dominance that they had in containing Secret, never allowing 3D Max to scale down. I mean, that's going to be a really tough T side.
It's the Mongolian Horde play style, really, where just so many players are stacked on top of one another, and they're all capable individuals that it's just a death ball wherever you go. And they're all ready to swing, they're all ready to just catch you off guard with nades in hand, or you looking the wrong way, or just bad movement. And it is 10-2 on 3D Max's map pick. This is a real different beast than the Tyloo we saw back at stage 1, right? This is the big brother of Tyloo here, right?
You're just a little bro, Tyloo.
I think Mongols have the right to do that. 9-10, yeah, he gets domed outside. 2 headshots out of that USB.
A little bit of distance right there required. Distraction pulled though to open up access into the ramp room here.
Drop down. Lucky.
Whoa.
Techno's trying to clear every corner there.
Ooh, he's really concerned about that red box
got a
right
second outside. A second double headshot, mind you, because from back garage to outside, the USP doesn't actually one hit to the head. Back is going on a legendary difficulty outside, still gets a double. Body does fall, but this will allow a bomb plant. And Techno, if he gets this kill, they're in the round now. He gets single control. 2 players coming back in from the ramp. Can Mizzino possibly do this with the Glock at this range?
Oh,
he
God.
can, and Techno spots gravity inside the vents. Mizzino has it isolated by Techno wins his duel. It's now 1v1. No kit as well here for Lucky. Fake on the defuse. Techno not gonna bite off of it. He's gonna stay inside the vent and win the duel. And critically, 3D Max, they had a 2 versus 4, and they cough it up.
They just can't lose a clutch, man. They don't know how. They constantly are able to work through these difficulties. There's such little timing right there to try and get those numbers punched in that 2v4 as well, and they're fully confident in that small window of opportunity. They capitalize, they trust that there is coverage right there, and Techno just letting the round fall into his hands with that finishing blow.
Mizzino and Techno, a duo since they were 13 years old. And now, stepping up at an IEM Cologne. Running through here are the Mongols. Great grenade, however. And that does make these MP9 dangerous, even Deagle body shots dangerous.
That's definitely stuff right there to start off, but Lucky can't complete the kill, not just yet. Smoke to get him into safety for now. Oh, this fan doesn't connect either, but eventually Blitz will back it up. They will not let Lucky escape.
With 1 SMG, there's another magazine coming for him. There's 60 bullets emptied out through that smoke.
No relief, man. Lucky again. He was such a stud yesterday, able to bring so many multi-kills, but it's a different story today. Different challenge, different beast.
Charging down towards the lower site. There's 2 smokes here, 1 to single. I mean 3 actually. This 3D Max completely locked out. Should be an easy bomb plant here for Blitz. And, well, that's a nice start, at least, for 3D Max. XRC's trying to chip away onto Techno. Now Senzu pushes forward and gives up another fight. Suddenly 3D Max in the advantage. And now 910 falls next. It's really up to Techno, and he's doing it. Oh my goodness, Techno with 3, and pulls back the deficit for the Mongols. They can't lose.
No, they're not. Absolutely not. They're shutting that one down completely. Techno able to keep his crosshair quick, covering off the single door and ramp. That is deadly stuff. Mongols looking to coast to the finish line now. Denying these big plays, denying these late round heroics coming through from 3D Max. Unable to land the kills necessary here. Now just Famas's MP9s, a scout in the mix here for 3D Max. This one could be a speed run of Nuke.
And lucky. Oh my goodness. You had 1 chance at the king right there for Senzu. Shoot. Oh, and there's another. And that might be game. Senzu's here. Didn't need to see too much from him in this map, but just a quick reminder that the Mongols MVP is very much in the server. Now 910 gets a tap, a couple heads.
Oh gosh.
Everyone can shoot on this Mongols team. It's a top frag performance here from Techno of all players. That is the bomb on the ground. And maybe it is a kill. Does Maka have anything? Well, now he's in a 1 versus 3. And they know where he is. They're bombarding grenades on him. And he's on 27. And he's done. It's a 13-2 blowout as the Mongol Horde is here in Cologne. They're up a map in this series as they take Nuke from 3D Max.
Yeah, I mean, good stage 1 performance right there from 3D Max, but this is a scary sign when you have to challenge some of the best right here. And that's exactly what they face.
But then that Tyloo squad.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you also saw some great utility from 3D Max that helped out in those mid holds, so that's something you also have to lean in on. If you are able to consistently blind up the Mongols, that's going to be a way that you can break through. We'll see if they're able to do that here. It's a whole new challenge for 3D Max entering into the next stage. And they're facing that challenge head on here. Down a map. Looking to bounce back.
The Mongols at another IEM and delivering on their expectations in the group stage. It's 5 out middle, rather 4. And sprinting towards Maka, who just can't hit a headshot. Trying to fall back, flashbang to try and slow him down. It's worked, it's found Blitz, but then there's 2 right back from 910. Still, 3D Max trying to close in, but they break out of the cage. Mazzini with an instant headshot onto Maka, and now Body can try to stop the bomb. He just dodges death from Senzu, but 910 lurks into CT spawn as Senzu finds the kill. Oh my goodness. Still though, 910 was worried about the red room, now has to worry about XRCs. That's bomb on the ground. That's 1 HP here for XRCs. And the nade will sail past him, and Senzu would hit the bullet instead. And trying to troll a little bit with the HE grenade, I'm not gonna lie. But the bullets will do just fine.
Yeah, I guess that'll do. I almost thought the impact of that HE was gonna put him down right there. But able to escape a scary situation for the Mongols, and again, just kind of shooting their way out with the quickness. The instant headshots that roll out.
Still, 3D Max in a decent mood, right? They got owned on Nuke, but they're not emo about it. I think that's one thing about 3D Max is, again, as a team, you know, they have good mentality, they've got good tactics, and I mean, that's a tier 1 mentality right there of just saying, oh, well.
Close round. But, I mean, again, all of those smiles can be wiped away if Mongols go on another big run. That's something you're looking to avoid right now. But,
oh, God.
Just not letting you breathe here. Instant dismissal on gravity.
I heard a 2-bullet tap there. I heard a 2-bullet tap. Now Maka up next on the same angle. Oh, he's about to be from cave. Yeah, there you go. Techno will reset his aim and get in the headshot there. That will be a plant inevitable. Eventually, 910's got to go scramble, get the bomb.
Yeah, 910's got to get the bomb. He already got his ecos. You got to plant.
You got to do your job there too, buddy.
Let everyone else have their chance in the sun now. Something Mongols did on Nuke. Everyone having their fun. 2 pistols to hold on to. They're stuck inside cave, and the Mongols are just bloodthirsty right now.
Oh boy. Just think about Blitz's crosshair, by the way, as he's with the jumping Mac 10. He's basically no-scoping them. You don't need to show the crosshair again, by the way. Observer team. JNZ and Chev over there.
Actually, like, would feel like you would have to have a bind that can change your crosshair for that. There's no way his crosshair's just flying around.
Yeah, just imagine that Blitz is basically no-scoping them. As Maka goes for the alligator.
And there's still the Mac 10s held on to as well. So, see what's determined here. The issue with this gun round here coming up, I talk about the utility that 3D Max put down towards middle. They don't really have that luxury in a round like this in a 3rd round buy.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to lose mid control. Maka is unable to fight for mid.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, gravity's not doing that.
Yeah, looking for the spam here, but he knew that smoke was soon to fade, so they're stuck in the corner.
And now he's isolated now. Oh, he's in big trouble. And he's getting spammed and nade. That's it. And Xenia will be baited into red room, but 2 players in red, they're just gonna
Up on the B.
Yeah. Oh, and 910 just one-tap Exorcise. Well, that's probably the round here, as they're completely locked out with minimal weapons and no kits. 3-0 for the Mongols.
Just capitalized right there. They had the weakness identified, and even though Mazinho goes down there, essentially kind of a freebie, it's such a quick reaction from the Mongols, and you have the entry prowess to knock that round out with 910 plucking another player out towards long.
The shots that they're hitting, like 910 from the B ramp to long, you can't face him like that. I don't know. I think
He's gonna have an op, right? He's just plucking him out with the rifle as well.
910 on the rifles is a real threat.
Oh, they're gonna hunt.
Okay,
they got flashbangs to retake a main control as well. You know what player's here.
Here from Maka is flashbang. Oh, he gets completely blinded by it. It's a full 3-second blind. Maka giving him the salute as he walks back, and now Lucky trying to escape. He will be fortunate enough to do that. Lucky and Body are the power duo here for 3D Max. They need to hold their guns.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and they have to get utility to fight for this mid control as well. That's going to be a win condition right now that they need to capture. Oh, man, as you can see...
Didn't even have his gun out.
The quick switch right there. Able to keep their weaponry high. They do have utility. They're going for another kind of force buy around the saved rifles. See if they are able to capture mid. There's that run boost you were talking about.
They
missed it this time around, though.
Ow. Nade's back, but the fallback is hurt there by Mazinho into Donut. In the meantime, 910 gets destroyed. Gravity big time. Kill right there. As 910 was looking towards long, wasn't ready for the close flick, but still Techno is in this round. Player at the cutout here. Body.
Full committed right now. There's no chance at an escape, but you're hoping you get overlooked. That doesn't seem to be likely right now with Mazinho.
I mean, Maka jiggle peeking Donut, though, will lure him in. And the kill's easy on the Body. He did check it for the moment, but not meant to be. Disadvantage here.
Oh.
And made worse there. Gravity with a nice double. But they're
running into B right now, though. The bomb has to cross.
And now they've left Cave alone, so they've let Senzu onto the site. You've gotten Mongols in a playable position.
Oh, no, not another 4v2 here. And a perfect bomb plant. It's also planted for Senzu in this position towards long. He's got another smoke to work off of, and the spam is perfect.
That's what Senzu does. He just spams every smoke, then there's Blitz to follow up, and you give Mongols a little bit of ground. They take it with every single step. Just 1v1 here for Maka.
Oh.
The stop devastation and the reposition from Blitz is perfect, but Maka's got the clutch. He stopped an absolute calamity from hitting 3D Max.
Absolute savior right there. Maka with his first 2 kills, able to bring home a 1v2 clutch. That was a problem for 3D Max. They couldn't capitalize with the advantages. They were constantly getting diffed in the clutch. And right there, Maka able to provide that difference. Even still, though, a 4v2 coming down into a 1v2 is terrifying.
And again, that was a full force buy. Like, 3D Max just emptied out all their pockets onto that round 2, so they won't have much to buy on back. But
Wow.
you could just see the capability of the Mongols to win any situation. Just because there's one thing about Senzu's play style, he will just go for the high-risk play. He'll go for the play that gives him that small little percentage of a chance to win a round. But those percentages adds up, and it nearly delivers that clutch. That smoke spam there is everything.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't pan out in his favor, it just reveals his position. Your cave players collapse through the short side as well. Blitz is going to be out to dry. But it just creates opportunities there for Mongols to win rounds that feel impossible. Any sense of weakness, they're able to press on and quickly, even in 4v2s.
Missed door smoke too, so that's not going to stop the Mongols at all. In fact, it'll just give them cover from the short swing. They did pull off the run boost again. Body with the flash.
Coverage right now. Techno spots it out. Body unable to get anything going here, and a late swing coming through from Gravity.
Is he seriously? Oh, he's going to walk
Okay.
it? That's not... Oh! And he missed the kill. Senzu whiffed. That should have been an instant death for Gravity. And, I mean, a mistake that just went unpunished.
That was a freebie. But 3D Max walk away. Survival instincts kicking in there for Gravity. Doesn't even know how he was gifted that opportunity. And they miss a chance to capitalize on Maka solo on that A side. Now reinforced. Late mid control. How to be prioritized right now. And it again seems like 3D Max want to match the fight here.
Okay. They're trying to push through. It's a full collapse here from 3D Max in the mid round. Mazinho's Deagle has to do it all. And it's not meant to be. Techno walking up from the cat. But it's a triple kill from Exorcise. He got all 3 of them.
There you go. There's the multi-kills coming through from 3D Max. Definitely missing in that last map. But able to provide them now here. And again, playing with a little bit more confidence. You can see with the quick rotates and the collapse, the risky moves that they're making, they are able to catch Mongols by surprise. I think showing them a lot of respect in that last map. It looked like they were scared to take a lot of those duels on timings. A little bit of fear factor on Nuke. But again, I think this team does have a lot of value in the way that they bounce back.
I do like that decision making to 4-man collapse middle in that 4v5. Because, oh goodness, there's Gravity. Yeah, that was just a bit of a whiff from Senzu. That was the last thing he expected, to be honest, right? He's so focused on the potential cave swing. And also, keep in mind, view model as well could have likely been blocking Gravity there for a little bit. Obviously, we see something different than what Senzu saw. So he's on the 4-3 with a bit wider, bigger of a gun on his screen as well. So, yeah, a different set of circumstances.
Oh my God.
The full movement. Remember, he's no-scoping them with his crosshair on the full run, and he gets the kill on the body.
They escaped this HE. I think he's repositioning already to do so. Actually, HE to blow up in the smoke, but he's dodged out on it and is going hunting for the rifle. Has picked it up and is now going to go identify multiple players towards
Saw
the middle.
Shadow. Saw Shadow. Sees the shadows. He knows what's coming. And gets the headshot. Sees the next 2 bullets. Is he going to get all 3? Not quite.
Multiple players hurt, though, in the death cam. So, again, it's about speeding up towards this B side. And they're doing just that.
Yeah, they have 1 smoke here for short. That's on for Techno. Puts that in. But it's up to Gravity here at long. He could stop the plant. Instead, he gets dinked up to 6 HP, and he's dealt with by a headshot. Exorcise next in line. 1 dig by Senzu. As per usual, the Mongols on a low buy win it.
There's no chance right there to stabilize. So many resources spent on trying to deal with Blitz right there. And great calling coming through from the Mongols once again to capitalize. 3D Max are putting all of their eggs in the basket of this middle side control and are getting punished for it.
Yeah.
The Mongols are reacting way too quickly.
Yeah, again, it really is those fast reactions, because the Mongols are always prepped and set for a site take. They're always already grouped up. I mean, that's just the nature of their play. They're always in a buddy system outside of their lurker. And, you know, you have 2 players in cave, 2 players in ramp. They feel confident enough just to hit the site. No one's there. Blitz's 2 kills are just straight robbery.
Yeah. That definitely doesn't hurt when you're kind of rocking with that 4-to-1 setup. And Blitz is alone, and he finds 2 kills. That's going to help out.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay on the mid take, though, for sure. Allowing Blitz to be able to even get that kill is just a big-time mistake.
You can see the HE for the smoke right there that was designed to make sure he can't press in towards Red Room, so you think he's still kind of at a range here. And he's a low HP, body did some damage, but Blitz just snuck into that donut smoke and then is able to get into a deadly position.
Yeah. Also, again, I never even knew that shadow advantage existed, but for those lurkers, it might be better to play that off angle as well, because you can see that shadow coming, and you'll prep yourself for the duel.
3D Max trying to keep up the intensity here. It's a force buy, and one that, again, is missing a lot of firepower in terms of Maka having to rock with a scout, but still have the utility. See what body gets set up for this time around. Fast towards middle. They're flying out into these duels once again.
Lucky up close. There's no elbow smoke, so that's only going to invite in the Mongols, and he gets deleted. Lucky and Body, the star duo for 3D Max, are dead instantly.
That's just a huge difference right here. It feels like Mongols did look at that last matchup. They're waiting out that early utility and the little late flashes that 3D Max throw to try and capitalize on that timing.
Imagine if Senzu one-tap Maka there. He's pre-firing it. He sees the players coming
it's a good
through.
move.
It's a molly deployed, and it just completely emptied out for 3D Max. Dude, they're just going way too hard here. Mongols are just bullying them. They're just on the B site. They know where the remainder of the team is, but this is just a glorified hunt at this point. Exorcist is not keeping his gun, and they're going to get all the kills. Gravity here on the B site, 1 HP. He's clicking all right. And oh my goodness. You got to click a little bit harder here, Gravity. Get your gun out. 5-2 here. The Mongols are back to thrashing.
Yeah, this is scary stuff right there. Again, just great reactions. I mean, you kind of highlighted it there in the pregame, but if Mongols kind of want to disrupt this setup, you've got to let them get that early utility out. Throw all of their belt towards middle. The missed elbow smoke also does a whole lot for them to entry on in, but Mongols just let 3D Max show their hand and then react accordingly. Able to offer up that late punish. And what has worked out so well in that comeback effort yesterday versus Tyloo is now getting shut down. But let's keep trying. Run it back here. Collapsing towards middle, Blitz calling it out, and he's punishing.
There was a counter flash. There's support from Mizzino. They anticipated the mid-crunch, and there were 2 flashbangs. They were full blind as they ran through.
That's a breeze of a round right there. That one flew by. No time. Talk things over for 3D Max, just all in into an instant meat grinder.
There's an op for Maka, finally.
Still feels like the kind of setup from 3D Max doesn't necessarily even play around him. As you can see, he's starting over towards A.
Right.
He's setting up utility right now.
I mean, we saw him versus Tyloo. Even when he was opping, he was just A anchor all the time.
Which, I mean, can again help out your setups towards middle with the rifles, but doesn't seem to be the case here. A bit of a different port of call right now. Nade stack onto Lucky, taking him down to half HP. That's not a fun kickoff for him.
And so he's just waiting for the reaggress that he knows is arriving. Like, the Mongols have a really good read on 3D Max at the moment.
Again, you spot out that ramp aggression that can also trigger some speed up towards that cave side control that you want to take. 4 duels here. Exorcist's playing confidently, looking down the ramp. Doesn't feel the pressure just yet, so 3D Max able to shift up their setup right now.
Cave push.
Oh my god.
Gravity just stood in the molly. He's hoping a player wasn't ready. And now instead, it's going back.
It's flash.
It's flash. So Maka will turn it and deliver the first kill, but he's going to be overrun, surely. He's missed a shot. He's getting chased down. Another. The infinite jiggle peaks, man. There's nothing he can hit. It's a game of peekaboo. Oh. Exorcist will bring one back, but what more do 3D Max have in this?
What do you do here? Trying to get this retake going. Lucky can provide some coverage here through the temple side, and he spots it out at least.
43 HP though. Remember those early grenades? Doesn't matter as Mazzinho hands out a headshot. Missed shot for 9-10. Clutch attempt for Gravity. Suddenly in the 1v3, but he doesn't have a kit. He neither has a smoke. Now needs a reload. And now in big trouble. Senzu keeps jiggle peeking, keeps being a nuisance. Totally annoying. Just messing with them at this point. He'll get a kit, but that's just insult to injury as it's 7-2 for the Mongols.
A little bit of relief right there. Rolling on out. You can see it on Senzu's face. Didn't actually capture the kill, but is able to walk away with the round here. Gravity's still able to connect on these shots right now. He's still able to provide some coverage for 3D Max. He's the one stepping up to the plate right now in some of these B-side duels, but having to be the hero there without the proper resources, without the kit to back it up.
And 9-10's still a little frustrated, right? He had an easy shot into Gravity. Let that round go a little too antsy. But even then, double nades in middle. Blitz just full, sending it with the nades. No way. Flashes. It's impeccable. It is perfection from the Mongols in middle. Maka trying to do something extra with just a FAMAS, drops his smoke, and 9-10 entry fragging with the off. But you're right, 3D Max trying to back up their player. Senzu picks up the scope, though he misses critically.
Bomb down.
Bomb down, bottom mid. And Mazzinho rushing forward to try and save it. He hears the utility being deployed, sees the other. Mazzinho, not quite for the clutch. Gravity, he's looking for Techno.
Another chance at a 1v1 here for Gravity.
There it is. Gravity actually brings home a round there. Big time performance here on Ancient if 3D Max want to get back into it.
Able to step up to the plate right there. Gravity necessary in another clutch situation. This time able to capture it. Finding that last kill off the back of this open duel, though. You think it's a big time pullback. 3D Max throwing numbers at the problem, even though Blitz provides.
Let's go!
This has to be a springboard here. You have to capitalize. Gravity is firing. 10-7 right now, able to do the damage.
9-10 struggling. Oh, and now running through a molly and misses. Doesn't even get a chance to shoot. But then there's Techno. Instant entry back. He's looking for extras, but molly into the wall will stop his approach. And it'll have to be a settle down for the Mongols.
I think that's a trade here that you'll be willing to take early on. Just double up on aggression towards this A side is going to give them a little bit of extra leverage, but Blitz is coming back. Unfortunately, there's a bomb. He could be at risk.
Drops it. He's going to go clear it, and he misses, but he sees both, I believe.
Why are you going to continue his flank? He's going to spot the bomb.
Oh, but look at this from Mazzinho. He's already in the back line. Maka has no idea. Maka has no idea. In the meantime, Body's reloading in the open, too. But he still gets the kill on a Senzu. Rolling back the round. Mazzinho coming back in through red.
Body gives up the bomb here, moving right past it, and still looking to catch him by surprise right now. Maybe that's a bit of a problem, but you've got players on both the sites right now, and you have a man advantage. You can also cut off the entirety of this B side of the map.
He's doing exactly that. 30 seconds now. When they get the bomb, they're going to have to wonder where Body is.
Oh, there's back.
There's Lucky now, too. So, bomb scooped up here for Techno. Where does he go? Nade for him. B-side is available, and Techno knows that. Techno has also made the read that Body is trying to cut off the B site, so a perfect timing has just been nailed for Techno to get a free bomb plant.
Surely not. He's comfortable. Full commitment on the bomb plant.
All right, there's a joke in the community. There's top 4 players in the world. You got Monacy, Donk, Zaiwu in no particular order, and then Techno 4K in a 1v3. Let's see if he can deliver on that with the first headshot. But he's getting wrapped up, and he will be shut down. Techno, when he's not looking at you, is a little bit of a different beast, a weaker one. And 3D Max will go ahead and claim this round.
A little bit of relief right there, and that's a couple rounds in a row that 3D Max need. Able to find the closer Body, being the disruptor right there in that round. Completely shutting it down. Dropping that bomb, identifying it, and being able to activate on that fast flank. It puts Mongols in recovery mode early. And it's when they play confidently in this aggression is when they're able to thrive and catch Mongols off guard.
I mean,
so they've won their rounds.
That kill from body is everything. Even while reloading in the middle of the open, he's able to stabilize himself and take down none other than Senzu.
One last-ditch effort here for Mongols in this half. Still already happy with the 7 they put together. They want more, though. All-in purchase rolling out for the last round of the half. Every tool at their disposal. They've got to deal with aggression down the B lane here. It's been coming through pretty consistently for 3D Max.
I think it's just going to be a cave slingshot here. Gravity is going to throw in a smoke, but I don't think that's going to stop the Mongols, who are already running at him with the Tech 9, 1 HP remaining. Gravity is run over. Exorcise in the middle of the open, and the chaos from the Mongols will break through.
That's explosiveness right there coming through from the Mongols. 3v5 now in the retake. Utility looking possible to blow open these smokes and do damage, and that's exactly what they're able to do right now.
All right.
Watching out Mazinho.
Mazinho's out. Techno, though, still close. Blitz playing an off angle, dodges the flash too. Eventually goes down, though, and Maka gets a shot back. 3 versus 5 potential here for 3D Max. It comes down to 9-10. Onto the shot, and Body's got it. 3D Max are coming back into this round. They've got their own X Factor. It's going to be a 7-5 half as the Frenchmen hold on. Max are still playing in with some force as it's some frustration for the Mongols. 3D Max still down in rounds, but you can still see them animated as the Mongols have been put in a bit of a more precarious situation. situation than the previous map.
Yeah, facing some challenges, which is new to them here in the series. We'll see if they can keep it up on the T side. Now fast towards middle. This one looking like a quick play in towards the cave side already for a couple of individuals, but hitting the brakes now. It might look to lean in more towards the B side of the map here in entirety. Ready with the execute. You're going to see Techno drop that smoke and try and delay with the dualies.
Yeah, and playing behind the smokes now. Could be a big time risk. Gets inside though. Gets a backstab. Gets a second. Team killed.
Oh no.
He got. How did he get Senzu?
I think he accidentally flicked over towards CT or short.
Oh, but still Mazzino can bring it back. Lucky needed the reload. He's low on ammo. Mazzino gets to close the gap between him and Lucky. Body as well back of the site. 910 also gets his kill. 2v2. Oh my god, 910's hitting everything. It's got to be the 1v1 here for Maka again. Needs a clutch and he keeps doing it for his team. 10 and 10 with 2 clutches to his name.
This is a huge step up from Maka. I mean, they had a little bit of troubles yesterday with the op on that CT side. Wasn't really able to provide a lot on Ancient, and now is bringing home the clutches. He just caught a stray.
Oh my
a complete stray right there onto his teammate. And provide some extra leverage into that site right there.
More 1v2s though, and more devastating losses here for the Mongols. They are finding ways to bring it back just barely, just so close. But is the captain here? There's a dink through the smoke though. Again, the Mongols win these kind of rounds. Cole?
Well, surely not these kind of rounds, right?
Well, 910 does have a Desert Eagle. Like, it's armorless and everything, but it is a deagle.
Not these rounds.
Well, he's dealing a lot of damage, and there goes the first, but everything else does settle down, but it feels like half the team has taken a dink. And Techno, inside the smoke, runs through and gets dealt with. 7-all. But it is getting a little complicated here, for sure.
Maka looking not to run out of energy right there. That seemed more like a yelp. We're seeing...
Still got the graffitis, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep those on.
Forever. Forever, ever. I like seeing some of the team graffitis. We'll hold on to that thought for a bit, though. It's mid-control. For the Mongols, a lot of utility dump, but 3D Max are not actually going to back up their threat.
Yeah, they love their HEs out middle just for some extra chip damage. It provides them a lot early on in rounds. And they're going to maybe look to lean on Gravity, who's gotten himself tucked in towards cave, and elements of surprise that you might not anticipate here.
Sure, Blitz could recognize that threat potential, so it would be even scarier if he walked back into cave.
Regression down the ramp instead. Exorcy's ready for this.
Look at this at the same time. Blitz is re-clearing cave. Beautiful shot onto Gravity. Exorcist does sideline Techno and sends you under pressure, so Mongols are going to give up that space.
Have to concede it. Exorcy's doing a good job of offering up the resistance on that re-aggression down ramp here.
Red smoke, though, so 910 wanting the fight takes a dink, though. Now he's going to call in Blitz to try and help out with middle.
And Mazzino.
And they clear it.
Multiples collapse here, but there is still a player towards the shelf side that could play spoiler, and this B side stack that they're leaning in
jumping
on.
up, though. Hello, free kill. And now they know it's coming towards potentially that A site. Mazzino clears middle. The rotate scrambling.
Yeah, they're moving fast here. And they might beat him to the punch as well. Blitz is already on the scene right now, ready to deny the cross into the site, and he can't find it, but there's more behind him. Senzu with 3. Absolute destruction right there. 3D Max denied.
Oh, Senzu with the typical play of just stepping forward and committing to the fight. Never messing around with the idea. He just wants to spray them all down because he knows he has that capability.
It's that fast reaction as well. You look at Mongols and, 5 seconds prior, it looks like they're in a dire state. Sure, you're re-clearing middle. You're probably going to get a freebie, but there's more players behind Blitz rotating in on that A side so quickly. There's no hesitation in the decision-making right there, and that's how it had to be if they wanted to win that round.
The push and pull there from the Mongols was so perfect, though. As 3D Mac pop out in the mid, they see a couple shots, they immediately reassume the map control. And 3D Macs are actually the ones who were pushing back, right? They maintained that B lane control only until the mid round, where the Mongols play better with positions. They obviously they find a surprising kill into XRCs, and they know that the A side play is coming through because of that. It's working that map control. It's taking these little individual risks, but these individual reads that are paying off for the Mongols.
Absolutely. And when they get that small bit of information, that's when the round instantly floats in their favor. See, the nades come through once again, and this time there's...
That's a T-side molly right there, Lucky.
Behind it. That's damage done. Lucky has to scramble out of this position towards middle.
Oh, and in the meantime, Techno wins his head-to-head. Gravity's going to continue fighting into Cave, and he had a strong first half, but not strong enough to beat the Mongols.
Guy getting punished right now. That smoke just perfectly working in his favor to catch a visual before Gravity can get across towards that shelf side, trying to help out some of those mid duels. And now a man advantage here for Mongols that they're happy to trust in their site setups with.
Yeah, 30max have no utility, right? So to execute onto a site, you can just play back, play crossfires.
Yeah, that's going to be tricky here. There's a smoke that just got picked up for body. As you said, no utility is a difficulty here. They're going to need to find some instant shots to break through here. And again, there's no re-aggression. Time slowly dwindling down. There's the pressing towards Cave. Body reading into it and finds the kill to provide the equalizer.
Now it's 9-10.
Oh my god.
He's getting spammed. He's low. He needs the help of Senzu. 9-10 on the off angle. Shadow Scene gets the kill. Helped out there by Senzu. And 9-10 on low health. Gets 2 kills. Body running through will get spammed through the smoke. Mongols don't wait to see their opponents. And it's 9-10. A laser beam on the B site.
I'm just confused. Like, they're just getting plucked out straight through smokes right there. 9-10 somehow able to stay alive, pinned into that execute, that contact walk. And you can see Senzu providing that coverage, but he also allows for a little bit of distraction there.
Yeah.
So anybody trying to trade things out is getting spammed through the smoke. It's just impossible.
Yeah, they don't know where they're getting shot from. It's going to set their aim off. They're like, oh, do I need to look somewhere else? That's the big question. It's a ton of panic there for 3D that forces a full eco at a devastating point in the series.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the panic right there. You just have no idea where these bullets are raining down from. No chance to react, no chance to trade, and again, that's a specialty of 3D Max.
It's all for like activity from the Mongols. It really teaches you a lot when you watch this team, just like even in your pugs and stuff, that you don't sit behind a smoke and do nothing. You do everything you can to try and help your teammates.
When your teammates load like that, you have to be able to provide some coverage, and I think there's just so much trust in Mongols that you're going to have that backup. If you're left alone on a site, you're not going to be alone.
Let's also give credit to 9-10. He hit some blinders.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, it does help when he's just first bullet headshots the first few guys coming up.
I mean, you still have to be quick and accurate right there to lock down those kills when you're on 1 HP, but again, just so much disruption from Mongols.
I actually played a pug with the Mongols when they were back here for the Austin Major, too. And
were they spamming smokes for you?
I mean, what I would do, dude, I mean, I'm offering every flashbang when I see them.
Okay.
Right? It's like, you know, dude, when Mizinho is sprinting up Dust 2 catwalk, all right, you just say, I'm running up with you, sir. He would run up Dust 2 catwalk and just one-tap the site player, one-tap the long player, and the whole A site would be gone. I'm like, all right.
I'm only CT?
Yeah, basically that's what I would do. He would just dry run it, too. And in a way, like, you can just flex the aim right there for Mizinho. I will say 9-10 doesn't give. It was Mizinho and 9-10 who were in that pug, and I will say 9-10 doesn't give interviews, but he sure knows how to talk good Counter-Strike in game.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he's hiding stuff.
He's got that bag there, just not letting it fly. There's an opening pick from Blitz. Good utility to try and counter it. And again, XRC's trying for a little bit of resistance.
Mizinho, smoke fades. Oh, they're not looking at it. They're not ready, but a great flashbang to help them out in the middle. Mizinho is down. 9-10's low, and a full scramble from the Mongols.
Everyone rotating instantly here. Mongols trying to beat him to the punch, but this time, not going to be able to do so.
Techno's already here. But a molly for him.
Wow.
He's going to smoke it out. He's going to push past.
Okay.
Oh, but he tries to jump. Still, though, the smoke's a little awkward here. Oh, but that maybe works in the favor for Lucky. Senzu's still here. Senzu's actually interested in this. Okay, first is good, but yeah, they're not going to wait to spam him out. Not going to give him that space in the clutch, and it's 3D Max who are trying to work back into it.
Yeah, really good read from 3D Max that you can see come through right there. They maybe hint on the tendencies, but they get this kill followed up onto Mazinho, and it is an instant rotate. It's a rush into that A bomb site. You've dealt with the presence there on that A side. You've gotten multiple players out towards middle, taken down, so 3D Max smell blood in the water. They instantly rotate towards A. That's quickness.
Hard to get on the mic. This is a huge, pivotal round right now for both teams. If 3D Max are able to pick this up, a third map could be possible. Honestly, I mean, Mongols trying to match up versus Falcons in this upper bracket to compete for playoffs. But seeing them in the lower bracket, obviously we're still a ways away from that potential future, but it would honestly be a bit of a shake and a scare here. The Mongols should be dominating here. They should take this 2-0, as many on paper would say. And Techno also affirms that. Opening kill for the Mongols.
This time able to shut down Exorcist. A lot of damage. Senzu down low, and the HEs might chase him down. He finds a way to escape, to stay alive, but he is going to lose his sight.
Techno to step forward, though. Nade in, and Techno's picked up an AK. He's ready to lock in for this fight, jumping through the smoke. Oh, it's a team molly as well. Techno gets the first. Macto, though, he gets the double entry. Low bullets, low HP, doesn't matter. But he's running back into Mazinho because he needs to try and clear. He doesn't need the bomb. It's Gravity suddenly alone on the site, but Senzu's not ready. Gravity will take the avenue back to the A site. The body is paved.
Oh, man. Huge lifeline. Mazinho still in the mix, though. Getting
Body
cut off in the
holding this.
mid-hold.
Let's see. In the open, and Body will catch him knife out. Opening pick for the Mongols, but it's Maka. Rifle entry on B.
He's been the difference maker so far, man. Clutch factor coming through in that first half, and now being able to crowbar back into rounds with the trades available, with the entries provided to back this one up. It's his last bullet on the head of Blitz that changes the tide of that round.
And that breaks the Mongols here. A tie game between world number 3, major grand finalists, and some French guys. Not any
That's
French
some stuff.
guys, of course.
Powerful lapse is scary. Timing looking good, but kills to back it up.
Hello
Only
there.
one left here. Still a frag coming through here. No, not like this. Senzu.
That's a bomb. Okay, but Maka should lock this up. There you go. 1 bullet required. Now, if Senzu had like a deagle or like a 5.7, if he had that quick insta kill, he picks up the AK, and that would be a quite typical Senzu. But so here we are. Loss bonus enough to get a 9-10 op.
That's a big difference maker. I haven't quite seen that out on the CT side yet. Seeing if that could be something that can help out the setups now. Start posting up over towards that B side of the map, and that's where a lot of attention's been. But this time, mid control taken by 3D Max, actually able to get out towards the middle and not meeting much fight just yet from the Mongols. 9-10 pressing the issue though. He's putting the weight on his shoulders right now.
Oh, and it gets the kill.
Oh my god.
Vino also swinging middle, gets a dink too on the Lucky, and Blitz pushing forward. You think you can move forward, Body? Absolutely not. The Mongols charge forward. Horseback and bow. And it's a 1v4 for Exorcist.
That just vanishes right there. The collapse on towards the middle. Lulling 3D Max into a full sense of security, and then springing into action. Exorcist has a timing here, freebie, but he's not going to expect the other. Right around the corner. Senzu with the freebie to secure things. 11 locked in now.
I think what Techno was really going for, maybe he heard a footstep there from Gravity, especially working towards Cat. Yeah, definitely that. But also, you can spam towards Elbow from that same position to help out your mid players too. And, I mean, Techno's opening kill there. And that just lets everyone from the Mongols focus on Elbow. Techno just has been a huge asset this entire series. He's been winning his necessary duels as well. He's constantly been besting Gravity and Cave.
Oh, man.
And a monster grenade. Max damage on the Gravity.
That's nasty work right there. Huge kickoff. That flashbang also to allow Sinzu to get in a position towards long. B-side a little bit weak number-wise, and the contact walk is the perfect solution to deal with this.
Senzu, wide angle. But misses out on the kill critically. Blitz will drop a molly on a site though. And that's gonna light up some extra damage. Blitz will swing in front with the flashbang, get the kill, but not the second onto Gravity. Still advantage even more, and so now a flashbang through for Techno's no good. And despite a low HP bar on Gravity, Mazinho might be giving up this round. We might go every round of regulation just unless there's a Mazinho clutch.
Oh my God.
Maka's missed. Molly onto the bomb planter. Gravity forced off of it. Maka holding. Gravity getting chased down. Oh my God! Mazinho up for the 1v4. Raka, his position's known. He's smoked out now. Mazinho with the chance to absolutely gut 3D Max. He's holding the smoke. He's waiting for the play. The timing is unreal. He's seen him. He's seen him around the smoke. He's looking for a gun. He'll get an AK now. Swings forward and gets the clutch. Mazinho 1v4 absolutely robs 3D Max. Oh my goodness, how are they going to recover from that?
Leaping into action, man. A 1v4 that shatters 3D Max. That's a chance to tie things up. Instead, Mongols move on to series point. An impossible round for Mazinho, but he finds the gap. He slides by the op and catches everyone by surprise. Mazinho takes it all away.
Dude, he was just everywhere and nowhere all at once. He's moving between the site. He's non-stop. That's not a sneaky clutch. That's him going for every duel, winning every fight.
And there's a certain level of respect you demand right there. You don't think he's going to jump around the corner and bypass the op. Maka's just kind of sitting back there. Gravity hoping that he can let his opper take that contact with low health. And Mazinho just throws everything at the wall. All in, playing with nothing to lose in a 1v4 like that. A situation where maybe everyone else goes for a save right there. He goes all in.
Oh, nade stacks for Gravity. You're surely cooked, but instead, well, he'll get quickly traded. Keeps going all in. 9-10, Wild Blind gets it, catches a glimpse.
Oh my
and the
God.
second, and the series looking darn over. Mazinho's back-breaking 1 versus 4 will send the Frenchman into the elimination game of IEM Cologne. They were able to best Tai Lu, but Big Brother Mongols. Will this be
Like your ecstasies can revive this round.
He was just cleared on the timing. 9-10, first shot. Exercise has 2. Exercise has 2 right here. 1 the second, and 3D Max are back into the round. Blitz, can he stop this? No, he can't! A 2 versus 4 back from 3D Max! Techno scrambling now in the 1v2.
It's a huge oversight there. Mongols had a chance to punch their ticket on in.
Are they gonna second guess this? The bomb in Temple.
Worried about this flank here. They may be right initially, but Techno reroutes this play, and they're still patient. Might walk right into his crosshair. Instead, he's going to scale up through CT silently. Oh.
He's going to clear the site, and now he's aware.
No
now
way.
he's fully locked in. He's made the hard read. Techno 4K in a clutch. First kill. Can he end the dreams again for 3D Max? Another clutch for the Mongols again. Mara laughing to the bank as 3D Max will be sent to the elimination game and Mongols face off versus the Falcons.
The Mongols just know all. They know everything, man. What a read from Techno. How do you read that play so perfectly?
Top 4 players